Good afternoon, world. You are listening to the Miss Analytical Radio Show with your host, Miss Analytical. I want to take the time out and thank all the viewers, the subscribers, the listeners, whether it's on Spreaker or whether it's on YouTube. I want to thank you all for checking out my channel. Yes, it's a very small channel and it is still growing. And regardless of the number of views and the amount of subscribers I do have, I just want to thank every single one of you all that have taken the time out throughout the months to check out my channel. I truly appreciate it. Having said that, today I want to talk about the Super Bowl performance of Justin Timberlake. And yes, I have a lot to say about it and a lot of criticism about it. I gotta say, when I first heard that Justin Timberlake was going to be the performer for this year's halftime show, at first I was really upset. And I'll tell you why. To be honest, the whole Janet Jackson controversy, he was tied to it. He was her guest performer. And when we all know what happened and how everything played out, he left Janet Jackson hanging. He thought of himself. He totally said, I got to distance myself from this woman because I got to come up. So I'm going to act like I don't even know her or even her existence. And that's what he did. The following week, he was at the Grammy Awards. He was performing. He was a toast of the town. After that scandal, he rose really high. His second album came out, Future Sex. Every song, number one. Okay, and when I mean number one, we're not just talking number one for a week. We're talking about number one for like 7 consecutive weeks. Number one for like 10 consecutive weeks. Things like that. And he had the best producers. The first album, Justified, it was cool. It was cute. You know, it wasn't what Usher did. Sell 10 million copies off of Confessions, but it did something. It got his name out there as a credible solo artist, which is how he got to be on the Super Bowl stage performing with a legend like Janet, because at that time she was a legend. But when he ripped that leather part of that bustier off and showed her tipple with her nipple with her titty ring, it was over for her, but it was the beginning for him as a superstar. And he never, ever apologized to her, nor did he ever say, I was complicit in it too, because I'm the one that ripped it off. He didn't do that. He thought about himself and completely threw her under the bus. And he didn't care. And the way he did it, he didn't give a shit. It was like, ha ha ha, you're done. I'm about to pop off. So that's why I didn't like hearing that he was going to be the headliner, that he was going to be the star of this year's halftime. But then I said, looking back through all the years, you have entertainers who have been in the music business for 10 years plus, who usually have hosted. And to be fair, the music industry isn't a crapper. You either have legends who've been around for 50 plus years, or you have people that are new and just coming up. They've been around for the last 5 years. You really don't have anybody that's been in the game for 20 plus years that could do a halftime show and could captivate the audience. So this is what I thought. So I said, Justin, whatever, take it. It's yours. Do what you want to do with it. They're going to give it to you anyway. I'm not going to bitch about it. However, when I saw the show, I said, justice for Janet, hashtag justice for Janet. The chick got her just due, because that was the worst halftime show I ever saw in my life. It was atrocious. It was bad. It was horrible. First of all, I'm going to break it down for y'all. When he first sung Filthy, that was good. To be fair, that was a good performance. Then he transitioned into the whole Sexy Back. That was good. Then he did Rock Your Body. Oh, that was okay. Then he did Senorita, which I like. I like Senorita. But then what was bad was the movements. The dance movements were very lackluster. And Justin Timberlake, in his prime, was a very good dancer. I have to say, he was no Usher. He wasn't no Chris Brown. He wasn't no Michael Jackson. But for who he was and where he came from out of the Disney camp, he was good. But the problem was, it wasn't just the movements that were bad. You started not to really hear him in the singing and the lyrics. And that was because there was technical difficulties in the background. Now, was that his fault? No. That was the people who was working on the set. But still, you have to tie all that in to a halftime performance because it's like the big stage. This is a halftime show. This is not, just a regular person performing at your local summer stage who's an up-and-coming artist. This is a person who has been around for 20 years performing. That was a bad look on him. The technical difficulties probably wasn't his fault, but that was a bad look. However, the aesthetic of his outfit was bad. It was to showcase the album Man of the Woods. But this is the problem. He could have did a Man of the Woods outfit to promote the album, and he could have used colors that were attractive to the Super Bowl. For instance, he could have used colors that could have blended in like a blues and greens to show that he was neutral between the two teams. The brown aesthetic with the camouflage was like the army. It was bad. And then he had a printed shirt that was similar to being outdoors in the woods. The shirt was nice, but not with the outfit. Horrible. Then he had tied the bandana around his neck. Okay, if you want to take it there to commemorate being a man of the woods, that's okay. But you can't put the bandana, mix it with the army camouflage and the Man of the Woods printed blouse shirt. It does not go together. And then white sneakers. It was too busy. So that threw a lot of people off. It wasn't Super Bowl attire friendly. It was like, do I want to go to the army? Do I want to go to live out in the woods? Or do I want to be in a gang? I don't know. I'm kind of triple confused. That's what it gave me. It gave me those type of signals. So between the performance being lackluster in that outfit, it threw me off and it threw a lot of viewers off. I would have told him, I said, Timberland, don't come out there, especially with the lighting. The lighting in that outfit, it wasn't good. The colors, they should have did the color test. When I used to perform in shows, when I was in junior high school, we used to test the colors with the outfit, which is the lighting had to showcase the outfit and yourself very well. So you may want to have yellow lights with the outfit and you're wearing black. If it doesn't go well, you got to change the lighting. Too bad. You don't get what you always want. It's got to be what's best. That's what I think happened. It was a lot of things that were wrong with the halftime show in general as a whole. So the first start, it started out pretty decent, but then the technical difficulties with the sound. Then the outfit, you start seeing what the outfit really is, bad. Then you hear him sing certain songs that, as far as creating the whole visuals of it, it was nice, but the arrangement of it didn't really have that whole Super Bowl type of hype where you want to get up and dance. That was another issue that I have, as long as other viewers have. But then we go into the crux of it all. Prince tribute, singing the songs from Purple Rain. Now, Justin Timberlake had promised that he was not going to use a hologram. He even tweeted Sheila E., who was a close friend, music partner of Prince. And he told her, I'm not going to use a hologram during the performance at the Super Bowl. I'm not going to use it for the tribute. And he didn't. He kept that promise. He did not use a hologram. But what he did do was when he sung Purple Rain, when he sung the songs off of Purple Rain, he had a sheet. And you saw the footage of Prince when he was in character as a kid in Purple Rain, in the movie Purple Rain, performing the songs off the soundtrack. And I believe it was I'll Die For You. I believe that was the one. And I feel that it was like, I want to do a hologram, but I couldn't get away with doing a hologram. So instead, I'm going to post images from the film of him performing the song. And I'm going to sing over him singing his song. I'm going to oversing the original one. He was foul for that. That was foul. All he had to do was just sing the song. And could have said, I'm going to shout out Prince. Even though still Prince never wanted people to sing his music, it would have been sort of like, I'll just, do it for the fans of Minneapolis. But then here's the catch. The catch is Prince did not like Justin Timberlake. Because Justin Timberlake had shaded him in the past. And Prince went back and told him a thing or two, not directly to his face, but in the media. So they were not cool. They were, sorry about that. They were not cool. They were not allies. They were not associates. They weren't. They were just in the music business together, and that was it. He was not even Prince's competitor because Prince was a legend. Before he even entered the industry, Prince was a legend. So they didn't have anything in common except for they were in the music industry. That was it. That was all. Their music was totally different. And if you listen to Justified, the Justified album, his sound was more trying to align himself with Prince's sound. But then when you have the Future Sex album, he goes near the Michael sound. He try to capture that. But I'm going to say, to be fair, Justice came for Janet. Justice was there for her. She got her just due last night. She was vindicated. I don't care when no one says Homegirl was vindicated. Okay? Because he gave one of the worst Super Bowl performances of all time. I don't care what anyone say. And the critics and the press, they are coming for him. It is bad. He should never do it again. And it's funny that he says that this is his first. He treated this as his first performance at the Super Bowl. He better reclaim that real first one and say that the second one, because that first one, this was his do-over, and this was bad. It was bad. Because you know why it was bad? Because he's not a bad talent. He really isn't. But you know what his problem is? He's very cocky. And I think his cockiness and his cultural appropriation was what took him down a peg and what ruined his performance last night. And on that note, I'm signing off. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for listening to this show. I appreciate all your support, and have a good day.